before we get down to the nitty-gritty of talking about intellectual property, just a quick discussion on the difference between intellectual assets and intellectual property. Assets are things that can be owned and are used in exchange or commerce. I find a piece of driftwood, I pick it up, I take it home. I probably can say I own it. It's in my house, nobody else owns it but me. But I'm not selling it, it's not an asset. My cat is not an asset because she's not for sale. My dog is not an asset. The dog is not for sale. If I am a breeder of cats and dogs, on the other hand, and I am raising them to sell them, they are assets. Intellectual assets are a subcategory of assets based upon things that come out of your brain. They're intellectually created. A subcategory of all the intellectual things you can create is intellectual property. What differentiates property from assets is that you have gone through a set of positive steps, these steps being defined by law, to turn the asset into property so that you can better protect it. I don't have to turn an asset into property. That's my discretion whether I want to do that or not. But once I do, I gain the ability to exclude others from using it and to have the coercive power of the state support me in that exclusion. So the core difference between an intellectual asset, something that you create out of your mind and then reduce it down to a documented form and then are going to move it through exchange, and intellectual property is I've engaged in the activities necessary to allow me to call upon the government to help me exclude others who may be wrongfully using it or trying to take it from me. Now we'll go into our detailed discussion of the types of intellectual property.